Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
What's up? What's up? What's up? YouTube, Facebook, IG, Rumble, wherever you are. Talk to me. How everybody feeling tonight? You probably thought I wasn't coming up. Nah, we pushed the time back about an hour. Just an hour, not too long. Peace and blessings to everybody. I hope all is well. Thursday down, Friday right around the corner. We gotta talk. Let me say this. Shout outs, first and foremost, to my poets, my writers, my content creators. Salutes to all of you. I'm gonna bring my partner up here in a second. Let me bring this on the screen real quick. Just in case anybody has a topic, a question, possibly want to join one of the discussions, you can reach me here. Let me bring my mans up here real quick. Something going on with the Twitter. I'm trying to get that up. Hold on a second. What's going on, sir?
Salute.
What's good? What's good?
What's going on, man? It's the Thursday madness. You've been a very busy man today. I see.
I'm always doing something.
Yeah. Round the clock.
You had a lot of words for like a week straight.
Yeah, I'm trying to let you get your equipment and stuff together so we can pick this up.
It's all good. It's all good. We here. I want you to get your balls off. We got time today. I ain't in no hurry to get nowhere. And whatever you want to get off your chest about this, I encourage you to do so. This is the one time and the one place where you can pretty much say whatever the hell you want about this, because I already told you how I felt about it. But
I mean, how do you feel about this? Because the reason why I asked is like it's this stuff keep popping up with situations. We did the one with Hunter, and it's something else to follow. It's a lot of situations like this, and it's happening like back to back. It seems like, and I mean, of course, I'm gonna shake my head to it, but I just want to know like what's your real stance on it? You just call it you got a one word for it. What you call it?
one word is BS, bullshit.
Hmm.
Um, I'm honestly tired of talking about it, quite frankly, because this is the product of toxic relationships in general. So they ain't the first, they're not going to be the last, but because of the name attached to it, that's why people want to talk about it so much.
What name?
That's my personal opinion, though. But
Well,
she
you know
says
what they say? They say sex sells, right?
that's what they say.
So we just gonna have to get rated R tonight, then.
Hey,
So
like I said, do your thing. I'm right here.
well, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We're gonna get the triple threat. We're gonna put it on the table tonight. It's a it's a lot of layers to cover. Um, it's been messy, but we're gonna talk about the Cardi B offset debacle, including Mr. Stefon Diggs, pro wide receiver. It's been a lot of back and forth. Um, this is a history though, because I believe they've been married for what 7 years. So it's been a lot of tug of war. It's been a lot of back and forth. But the one thing I am gonna say, before we peel these layers back tonight, I'm gonna say people don't really be playing with their heart like that. There's a lot of situations that can go to the left real quick. You know what I'm saying? When people not taking they feeling serious and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of cases with that. I believe this is one right here. This one right here kind of ranks up there. And this is what happens, people, when you get that love up. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the table. When you get that love up, this is the type of atmosphere you might see that we're looking at um, on a day-to-day basis. When you get that love up, when you give your heart away like that, this is what this is what goes down. So sometimes, I mean, it's it's good to love somebody, man. I'm gonna say that too. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to love someone, and it's a good feeling to be loved. I'm gonna say that. But you gotta make sure. that the love you give is reciprocated. I'm gonna go back to that word reciprocation. Because if it's not reciprocated, you ain't got shit. You got shit on the stick. And I know people know what that feel like, that one sided shit. And you getting shellacked, you getting used. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to peel these layers back, but man, what you got? Let me ask you this: what you really got on the topic of love to love and to be loved? Like what that really mean to you? What's your standpoint?
In 2025, no one knows what love is. They don't know the difference between loving someone and being loved. I think that most relationships are robotic. I think most of them are superficial. I think most of them are based on give and take. And what I mean by give and take, I'm talking about you're buying the other person's affection, you're buying their time, you're buying their finances, you're buying their body. It's all transactional. It's all clout. It's all about popularity. It's all about fame. It's all about status. It's all about positioning. No one is really there for the reasons that you should be there for. That's my position.
So going back on it, if you, I think I brought it up before. If you strip it all away, like when I say strip it all away, because you said everybody is out to gain something or take something from somebody, and a part of this topic tonight is because of intercourse. We're gonna get into intercourse a little bit, but what I'm trying to touch on tonight is if you strip it all away, if you strip uh the private parts away, what do we have in most cases? I think we can kind of get some revealed truth with that. If you can't get the box, if she can't get, you know what I'm saying, the pipe, you know what I'm saying, if she can't ride Space Mountain, if all of that's stripped away, if we strip it down and we put two people together, man and woman, what do we really have there, sir?
If you asking me, you're looking at people who are just existing. We have one commonality, and that is to survive and to live and to make money and to be halfway cordial. Without the physical aspect, most people would never survive under the same roof for a 24-hour period because the things that are required and necessary for a sustainable partnership goes beyond sex. Sex is just one small component to maintaining a healthy life with another person. If you were going into it attaching your your physical prowess to your likability and whether or not a person can take care of you and be nurturing and be masculine and feminine, you're about to completely be disappointed all across the board. You are not going to find a Brady Bunch household ever in life. You're never going to get the Huxtables, and you're sure as hell not going to get this fantasy that society has painted to be this archetype of success based on your vagina and this person's DDL or BBL. It's not happening.
What?
Don't expect it.
What?
Don't wait on it.
What?
I I don't care how much money you got.
What?
I don't care how big your ass is.
What?
Your degrees don't mean nothing.
What?
That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't even hold your breath. It takes a lot more, a hell of a lot more. Which is why my desire for these specific discussions, they only arise when there's substance to add to it. See, I'm not just here to discuss Cardi B or Offset or their messy ass triangle. I want to know why you want to have this discussion so much. What are you trying to get to? What's the message that you're trying to get out? What are you trying to convey? Robert Brown salutes to you, sir. I see you.
Well, I see you did do a live reaction to this, sir. So we're not gonna avoid the conversation. We're just gonna peel a little more layers back to that topic that you discussed earlier in the week. Now, your statement sounds like that you making this thing called the L word, the love word. You making it seem like a scam. You make everything you pretty much put together. You made everything seem like a scam, and I think that's fraudulent, sir. I think that is very fraudulent. I think that love could be a scam. Let me put that on the line. I think it could be a scam. I think we have examples of scams. I bet if you ask Mr. Travis Hunter, he's not gonna say it's a scam. You know, his eyes wide open right now. No scam to no Travis Hunter. Hmm? You don't feel that shit. So love is a feeling, man, and it's an action. It's what you can provide. And you spoke about getting used. You supposed to be used. I keep saying that. You're supposed to be used if you with somebody. You're supposed to be able to use each other. Because if not, why the hell are you with these people? They're supposed to be able to provide for you something, and you return the favor and provide for them. It's about getting misused, like the talk, like we're about to discuss this toxic shit that's been going on. That people somehow be infatuated with being disrespected, be infatuated about being cursed out and shit. She called Offset a bitch ass nigga though, from a woman's mouth. That's not great. That's not some good news to hear. He's the father of her kid, bro, and was her husband. He married her ass. So I think when you go to when you put the father there, and then you step it up and say I'm gonna be the father and a husband. We're gonna make this thing called being a family. You yeah, that deserves a lot of respect, man. You gotta cease with the disrespect. If somebody do that, that's I salute. That's respect, champ. That's called commitment. That mean you telling that person you down with them. Not only that, you try and build with these people. You wanna be with them. Ain't no man out here is gonna give up that last name like that and he ain't loving them. It's not gonna happen. You sharing somebody your government with another person? You in love, man. And it ain't no scam all the time. We gotta put that on the table. Yeah, kids with this woman. So I just feel like the disrespect is back and forth right there. What I just said with the merge piece and the fact that y'all shared kids together, that shit needs that shit is uncalled for, my nigga. That right there, y'all did all that together, and then you gonna talk about me like I'm somebody on the street, like you ain't never know me like that. Like, what's up with that? That's what's bullshit. That's the bullshit part about it.
I'm just letting you get your balls off before I respond.
And then we got Mr. Stefon Diggs. You know, he's a football player for people who don't know. He got a history of dating other IG models, if you want to say that, or he had other prior relationships that he brings to this table, this triangle, and you know he locked eyes, he hooked up with Cardi B. So to me, I mean, I know where Cardi B at. I sense where she at in the situation. She been fucked over. So she at the point now where she want her lick back. I get that. I'm talking about the dudes in this situation. Because to me, Offset and Stephon Diggs look like they going out sad with this back and forth. They going out kind of sad, sir. Ain't no real grown man gonna be egging something on the way Stephon Diggs been doing it, encouraging her to get back. If you trying to date the girl, if you dating the woman, just date her. And Offset, if you got somebody else that you're dating, date them. It shouldn't be no because as I mentioned the kids, and I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna get to the other piece, but it shouldn't be no drama around the kids. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna yield, but it shouldn't be no back and forth yelling amongst them kids because that is mommy and daddy at the end of the day. Whether you mad or however she feel, however whatever, that's mom and dad, and need to be some respect on that bit. You got it.
So what I'm first and foremost, what I'm gonna need you to address, or I'm gonna need you to cite where in my statement I said that love was a scam. I never once said love was a scam. But if you can tell me where I actually said it was a scam, I would love to retort to it. But I don't, because I don't want there to be no confusion. You asked me a question about how I felt towards loving someone and being loved. And I pretty much stated that in 2025, the way that love is being perceived is actually completely and utterly distorted. I never said that it was a scam. So I'm going to proceed on, but I'm going to need you to cite where I actually said it was a scam. I never said it was a scam. I said that the way that the world is operating now, everything is conditional. No one has the proper tools nor the proper emotional qualifications to be able to tell somebody how to operate within a healthy looking relationship or friendship or any of that, because the things that people are utilizing as strengths are not really strengths at all. You cannot sit here and tell me that you can give me a blowjob 5 minutes and that's gonna translate to that makes you a wife. No, the fuck it don't. Just because you got a wet vagina does not mean that you know how to wash my clothes. That shit does not mean that you know how to raise a boy or a girl. Doesn't mean you know how to cook. Doesn't mean you know how to do hair. Doesn't mean that you know how to carry yourself like a fucking woman out in public. There's things that people look at and say that's what a woman is. No, it's not. Being loud and ghetto and hood and obnoxious and combative and being a street dude and all that shit. No, people get this shit all confused, and then it's like you conflate this with that, and no, it don't work like that. The reason why, and I said this before, I'll say it again. The reason why Cardi B and Offset and the other brother is in this little circle that they're in is because of all of the decisions that they've made growing up. All of your choices, opening your legs to people that you shouldn't, getting emotionally attached to people that you are not equally yoked to. God did not put you with him. God did not put you with her. My nigga, your dick and your pussy put you with them. Your sexual desires put you with these people. You got introduced to sex at an early age. You got to experimenting. The older you got, the more bodies you got, the more time you had a chance to connect soul ties. Your biology is fucked up. Your spirit is fucked up. You got all of these different energies in you from different people. That's why they are the way they are now, why they are in the position they are. All three of them, successful or not, they are the perfect examples of you can be attracted to a person and be in like of a person, but not actually be in love with a person. They like each other. They liked each other enough to have sex multiple times and have children out of infatuation. Love don't move like this. There's no triangles. There is no social media back and forth. There is no if Cardi B and Offset were by divine order meant to be together, there wouldn't be no bitch ass nigga this and bitch ass nigga that. It wouldn't be no social media this and that. She wouldn't be half naked on social media. Like a lot of this shit that y'all be thinking is normal is not normal. If we're gonna break this shit down, let's break it all the way down. This chick robbed and drugged niggas. What type of fucking real relationship you gonna get from a chick that robbed and drugged niggas and alters her body and raps about selling your pussy and about fucking random niggas and doing all this crazy shit? What type of relationship or marriage do you think you're gonna get out of that? Let's be realistic. No different than Offset rapping about guns and shooting niggas and how much money they spent on a watch that cost a house and all this shit. What type of fucking relationship do you think you're going to get out of people like that? You want to go down this road, we can go down this road, but we're going to cover the superficial fallacies. We're going to cover the spiritual shit. We're going to cover all of it. We're not just going to do all this surface level googly goggly bullshit. This shit was doomed from the start. There's no parallel universe in the world where if you look at Cardi B on paper and you look at my man Diggs on paper and you look at Offset on paper, that this was ever going to work. Nothing about this shit. I yield the mic.
All right, man. Some good points right there. With the spirituality and all of that, getting it together, man. But we're gonna go back to the word sex, sex. We're gonna go break it down like this, because there's a lot of sex going back and forth. And what you gotta understand is when you talk about the word sex, man, is that sex could be real good with a person. That don't mean that, like you said, they can iron your clothes and cook you a good meal and all that. So what I was saying with if you strip it all away and neither one of y'all got body parts, you really find out most people don't really got that much in common. The personalities ain't matching up. You're not gonna really want to be around these people. Meaning that sex kind of takes over the mind a little bit, make you do outlandish things. It confuses you. It make you think that you in love, but you really don't know what it is. You see what I'm saying? So, and then another thing about the sex is that one day you're not gonna be having any. You gotta think about that too. Do you really want to be with this motherfucker for life? That's what that merge shit coming at. You're not gonna be having any. Yeah, you getting it now, but that person that you commit to, I think they was married for 7 years. Yeah, you're not gonna be having sex with that person for forever. You know, especially if you talk about long term. You talk to any old couple out there, they they like some shit about that person that make them want to be with them. Not just how he puts it down in the bedroom. That's not enough. It means something. Like, well, I think we talked about it before. I'm not saying it don't mean nothing, because you can have all of that other good shit, and then you don't know how to put it down, and she step out and cheat on you. That's just that's just the reality of the shit. But going back to it, yeah, you gotta really be into a motherfucker. That's why I say if you strip it all away, would Cardi B and Offset been an item? Would they have gotten married? Would they have made kids and got all these businesses and houses and all the little luxury shit that come with being famous and putting monies together and all of that? No, you don't get none of that without going to Pound Town. You don't get none of that. You don't go to none of those places because we gotta really get to know each other. Then I asked you before. I say, damn, do body count really matter? Do it really matter? Because at the end of the day, people gonna move how the fuck they want to move anyway. Now, it was a time that when Cardi B and Offset were married, doing videos, getting money, having kids, just like just like we covered with Remy Ma and Papoose, they were a symbol of black love. People said that about both of them. See, the thing about it is, we don't want to. We can go in on the problems that Offset and Cardi B had, but we don't want to acknowledge some of the successes that they had together. We want to go away from that. We want to tear down the black love symbol that people can get. A man and a woman meant to be together, bro. That's called black love, dog. You know what I'm saying? If they meant to be together, that's real love right there. And you gotta salute that, just like you can point out the bullshit that comes with the divorce. Now this man talking about he wants spousal support. He's saying, "Man, I need spousal support." You over here throwing it back with Stefon Diggs. You having a good time with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling. I need some money. I need spousal support. Man, where was the spousal support when you was running around with all these motherfucking chicks in the industry cheating on her because, like I said, going back to the sex piece, you got tired of hitting that job. Let's put it all on the table. You got tired of that. You got tired of hitting her. Tired, and you were in the industry and you seen other intriguing women. We are visuals. Men are visual creatures, and that you bid on your temptation. My thing is, if that's what you was all about, Offset, why would you get married to her? Why? That's all I'm saying. Why would you do that? Because yeah, you cheated on her. You could have cheated on her as she could have been just your girl. She could have been one of your girlfriends. You could have just cheated on and did it like that instead. That's like you. That's like you had your previous where you met her with the other kids. You could have went out and did like that. People people are who most times who their track record is. Offset had a track record before he even met Cardi B. Cardi B had a little past before she met Mr. Offset, like you touched on. She was on what? She was on she was on that little music video Joan trying to get out there. She wasn't even out there like that at first. But I mean she finally picked her rap career up, and whether her personal life, whether she was dancing on the poles, whatever you want to say about her, she did that shit. You got to salute that. And because she did that, she made a name for herself. Love her, like her, hate her, whatever you want to say about Miss Cardi B. Her name is synonymous. And you mentioned Remy Ma, and you said that she wasn't really all that. You can't say that about Cardi B. Oh hell no. You can't say that. You can talk about her personally. You can talk about some of the badass decisions she made, but she ain't make no bad one with that. She stuck to it. She became a big female rap star. She is on that elite level. You know what I'm saying? You can mention her name with the other greats like a Little Kim, like a Nicki Minaj. She's in there. She's in the conversation. Now, when you go to Offset, let's go to Offset. Yeah, yeah. Play that rest in peace music. Play it. When you go to Mr. Offset, not so much, huh? Why is that? We can go to Offset and say, well, he was with Quavo and Mr. Takeoff. Rest in peace, Takeoff, the best one out the damn group. It was called the Migos, and they are legends for what they did together. What they brought together for the music industry is not going to be forgotten. I will give Offset that, but outside of that group, come on now, let's put it all on the damn table. He ain't been cranking like that. Here and there, you might have had a feature. Anybody can get on a feature, but what's up with the albums? What's up with the CD? I can break it down and go back in the day when G Unit came out with an album, and then you had 50 had his solo, Lloyd had his, Buck had his. What's up with your boy Offset with that career work? I mean he's not a total trash with it. He got some rhymes. I heard some of his features, but he haven't put the focus on his career as much as Cardi B. I can tell you that much. I believe Cardi B put in more work than Offset. I'm gonna stand on that. So career wise, she, you know, she pretty much took care of this nigga. Let's go into it. She loved him. She loved him a lot. And she had the man kids. But like she stated, she just recently stated, a female rapper in her position, because she is one of the elites, she cannot stay married to somebody like Offset, right? When he constantly cheats on her in public. I can see if you was behind closed doors, this shit is publicized. It's all on the social media blogs, and everybody saying, "Oh, he Offset. Oh, he did it again. He did it again." Oh, she ain't the only one. She ain't the only one now. Don't, Rashida and Kurt. Let's go. She ain't the only one. So you got all that going on, all that cheating, but because you didn't want to be married. Why couldn't you just leave? So we flip the script now. She go out here because she still got fame. She still Cardi B. She go out here and attract a Pro Bowl wide receiver by the name of Stefon Diggs. Now let's get to his baggage. His baggage is heavy. He got a track record. He ain't been married. He ain't looking for nothing serious. He's sliding through there. You know what I'm saying? Like he getting up on her like a trampoline, handling his business. That's what he do. That's the track record. So he doing that with her now. And she probably wanted some fun. So she had her a little fun. Now all of a sudden I'm thinking about my family. That's the one thing you gotta touch on. How come every time a black man fuck up, he had to fuck up to catch himself and say, "Damn, now I want my family." You fucked up. You didn't take none of that shit serious. Marriage is serious, guys, on both parts. It ain't just one sided. It ain't all about the fantasies of a woman. Oh, I miss this. Nah, you got to hold your accountability too, Mr. Offset. And now that you didn't do that, and she stepped out and doing her file for this divorce and all of this stuff you dealing with, she's living her best life, so she call it, with Mr. Stefon Diggs. And now they doing their thing together. But the part that give me, I'm gonna say this part. You can take this over, but the part that really behooves me that I'm not gonna side with is, for one, you're not in love with I know she's not in love with Mr. Stefon. I know that. I know she's not in love with him. We speak about the body count of a female. It matters. She was really attached to Mr. Offset. Speaking about Cardi B, that is, she was attached to him, and it was hard to leave him. Once that attachment is built, and you got kids and stuff like that, and you lock in money and all that, it's hard to do what she's doing now. So we're not gonna make it seem like that shit happened off the break. His shit was like, boom, this is who I am. You go out and make your videos, you do your songs, whatever, but I'm on this shit. Like this, that's how it was. Like, damn, that's how you act when you're a husband? I mean, come on. Now that she's doing her little dibs and dabs is a problem. But like I'm gonna say, the one thing that I couldn't stand that she did when she got her she said she got her son's head platted like the boyfriend. I can't stand that. I don't like when women do shit like that. That was a woman move. That was a straight up woman move. That was a bitter woman move. What Cardi did, I'm not side with that. Once you bring the kid in your shit, I gotta throw my hands up. You ain't have to do that. When it's mono a mono, when it's grown folk on grown folk, it's all fair. Once you bring that kid in there, you out of pocket, you out of line, you out of fucking bounds. Shouldn't have did that. He stated that he's willing to crash out, and we did a lot of them on crashing out. He's willing to crash out if people keep trolling his son. That's what Mr. Offset stated, and he don't give a damn how anybody feel about the crash out. So he ready to take it. There, he got it.
I had a feeling you were going to cape for her. You know, you've been caping for her for months, so it was only natural that this was going to happen. Let's get this out the way for everybody that's watching. Money doesn't stop a nigga or a bitch from cheating on you. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't care how buff you are. I don't care how fat your ass is. You think you fucking Queen Sheba. If this person ain't in love with you, you want to chop and block. Flat out. Like I said earlier, God did not divinely put these three together. That had nothing to do with him. They ended up together because of their social circle. What's their social circle? The music industry. That's it. We have it on every level. You have it at your job. There's a social circle. Lawyers fuck with lawyers. Politicians fuck with politicians. The Hollywood outlet, they fuck with Hollywood people. Everyone has their own circle. The only thing that gets removed from the conversation is these same people that hang within their circle, they will step out of their circle and dip their feet in the pool of mediocrity, if you want to call it that. Whereas I'm talking about regular 9 to 5 people that work at McDonald's or Popeyes, they'll indulge them for a little bit. It's almost like if we're talking about Zeus and Poseidon and the gods of Olympus. If you think about Greek mythology, even though I don't believe in it, but in the context of they were the gods of the heavens. He was the god of thunder, and you had Medusa, and these people would fuck with the mortals. They stayed within their group. Gods only supposed to be with gods, but they came down and fucked with mortals. How you think Hercules was born and shit like that? We treat people like Stefon Diggs and Cardi B like gods. They're not gods. They're just human beings with a little more pocket change. That's it. They ain't no better or worse. And I can't stand when people try to conflate success with someone's responsibility to remain loyal to you. Do you know how many people get in relationships with people that they don't really love for real? They just think they do. You think it just happened to them? No, it ain't just them. It ain't just her. All the ratchet, hood, trifling shit that you see within this group of men and women is a product of their life. It's just a culmination of things that they did leading up to them meeting each other. It's almost as if, let's say, You go to clean out your refrigerator and you realize, shit, I had this in here for like 5 months. I thought I threw this shit out. It's all molded and all fucking melting and coagulated milk and shit like that, all the way in the back of the refrigerator. You got all types of little shit growing on, and that's them. That's it. That's most people. Let me see if I can simplify it a little bit more. From the minute you got the box, from the minute you started having sex, you accumulate trauma, mental abuse, heartache, travels from block to block. You create memories, good and bad, with a variety of different persons. Shang Tsung is a great example of taking people's souls. I know y'all watch Mortal Kombat or played Mortal Kombat. Shang Tsung knows how to use everybody's powers, but he can only be him. But he takes on the personalities and the traits of other people. That's all humans do. We fuck and suck, and we pick up different variations and versions of people that we no longer deal with. That shit comes out through us in our dealings with other people, and the shit is all messy. It's just like cleaning out your refrigerator. You act surprised. You act like, oh shit, he cheated on Cardi B. So fuck what? There are females that look 10 times better than her. I ain't you, and I ain't like the rest of these dudes. I don't look at one woman and think, oh shit, she's just everything under the sun. No, fuck, she's not. I've seen regular, average looking women on YouTube and on social media that have natural lips, natural bodies. They ain't get all that shit added on to them, that look way better than Cardi B. Y'all niggas be the ones that be acting like she the shit. No, fuck, she's not. She drugged and robbed people. Why the fuck don't people say shit about that? She was having sex while she was pregnant with another dude. You was letting another nigga skeet up in you while you was pregnant. Why you ain't holding her accountable for that trifling shit? Y'all niggas be capping and caping for these chicks, man. And I ain't saying that he right or wrong here, because the nigga is just as messy as she is. But y'all gotta stop with that, man. This shit was doomed from the beginning. I'm gonna keep saying it. It was doomed from the beginning. Oh, because he make a little money and she makes a little money, that means that they're going to be successful together. Just because he said I do to her and he proposed to her and married her, that means, how many times have we had this conversation? Most people, matter of fact, let me go ahead and rephrase this. If a man is not in love with the woman, he will step out of the relationship. Ladies, that's the reality of it. A man in love will never betray somebody that he's in love with. Not for any amount of ass, not for any amount of money. A man that really loves his woman is not cheating on his woman. A woman who loves her man is not cheating on her man. I can't get no simpler than that. This shit was doomed. It's been doomed. There was never no real hope for them. They went into this with blinders on. A lot of this is because they didn't have God within that household. Do you really think God had anything to do with them and that marriage and that relationship? A lot of these folks think that it's from God. No, it ain't. None of the a lot of these relationships that niggas be getting in don't even be from the creator. A lot of this shit that y'all be doing, you do on your own. You put yourself in these situations and then you act surprised when niggas in these bars are throwing shit at your car windows and scratching your shit up and stalking you and blowing you up all on social media. Shit is messy as hell. So I mean, yeah, man. I'm gonna yield the mic right there.
I got you. I'm gonna move on to Mr. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Mr. Stefon Diggs. Now, see, you got this guy here, Stefon Diggs. There's a lot of regular dudes. They do that little. He's considered the side dude that you know that stepped in and all that. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna go to his track record. This dude here is he's been voted. This dude Stephon Diggs been voted by his own teammates as the guy in the locker room that they most don't want their sister to date. Everybody said this man's name. So that right there, yeah. So it's about intentions. I don't think Stephon Diggs with his track record that he possessed, I don't think his intentions is good at all. The bottom line with him is he's trying to do is capitalize off you know off their beef. 'Cause it was, and he's been trolling and trolling and trolling, and it's like all said seen that man and said he said, man, I pass. He said I seen enough, I pass, and then he said I'll catch it, and he back there just getting it on with Cardi B in the club. I mean, like all they putting all that on the internet, all they drama, all they mess. The man don't look like he's gonna be a good stepfather. So he knows she got kids. So that's not that's not his intentions. He's just out here just he got money. He's an athlete. I will say that he does take his workouts real serious. He's one of the top receivers in the league. I don't believe his focus is totally on that because it is debacle right here. But I will say that he's trained and he's a great player. He's not one of them average. He's not an average player. So that's what get to me. That's what's getting the eyeballs on this situation more because of who Cardi B is dating. Now you can I'm gonna let you be the judge of it because you had a lot to say on Cardi B as well. But I'm gonna say this when it comes to this merge thing with her and Offset, it's already been a track record on Offset about him stepping out on numerous of women for years on Cardi B. My thing with Offset, out of all the women that you stepped out with, how many of those women could come in and replace Cardi as the wife, or would give you what Cardi gave? And then on the flip, you might hear rumors that Cardi was doing things with different dudes. She probably was. I'm not gonna say she wasn't. Let's just say, hey, they cheated on each other. But the difference is his was more publicized and hers wasn't. His was more magnified. He was more sloppy with his. This right here that she's doing now is deliberate. She want all this on there. This is some deliberate work with Stefon Diggs. See, this right here because of who he is, She want that to be on the camera a lot. This is what she's doing. She even, I'm gonna say it again. I ain't like what she did with the kid though. She ain't have to add him in with the hairstyle and shit like that to fuck with Offset. I don't agree with that part, but all the other stuff. I mean, if they dating, if this is who she want to date, you gotta stand on that. You gotta eat that. This is who you chose. You chose Miss Cardi B from New York. You know how that lingo go up there. You know what I'm saying? All that slang she be talking. This is what it is. But we're not gonna sit here and cap and say that she didn't love that man, because she did. She loved him. Anybody that ever been in love will tell you, you know what I'm saying, that if you'll have to be a fool. You gotta be a fool for somebody to get it right. You just did the thing on Pat Proof and Remy. And we ain't gonna sit up here and cap and say Pat Proof was a damn fool. So Remy took all her shit. They was married. You see what I'm saying? So it happened in different forms, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the table and say Offset. I'm not gonna say he ain't cared nothing about her like that, but he wasn't into her as much as she was into him. That's obvious. It's even obvious now with these videos that she calling them these names and going on them and shit like that. I just felt like he probably used her as a meal ticket. She was his come up, and it's not that, like, them two is not considered like Jay Z and Beyonce, man. They not nowhere near that. They not on that type of level. See, when I look at Jay Z and Beyonce, you can go ahead and do the divorce. You can do the divorce. It's not gonna impact like this. You can do the divorce. She got her name and he got his name. This ain't equal over here. With Offset and Cardi, it's not equal. She's stating that he is slowing her career down. He's fucking up her career of progressing because of him. That's what she's saying. Pretty much, she pretty much said the same shit I've been saying all along. That Offset has been dead weight and holding her back for years. All he had was the Migos. Without the Migos, Offset ain't shit, and everything else he did was on her albums and shit. He ain't nothing but a big ass leech. And if he ain't leeching from Cardi, he gonna try to leech from somebody else. And if he wasn't a leech, I see you smiling. But if the nigga wasn't a leech, explain why the nigga wants spousal support after she out with Stefon Diggs, bro. If you ain't need nothing, why you asking for that? You could have did all that off the break if you was straight. Nah, you waited till she got with an athlete to ask for it. You know what I'm saying? She stated on there that she ain't one of them chicks. She ain't trying to keep you from your kids and all that. And I'm gonna say, if you've been looking at this story, I'm gonna say, yeah, she still got feelings for the dude. Look how long she been a fool fucking with this nigga. So I know she still got feelings for the dude and attachment, like I said. But she got wise. The shit she doing now, she got wise. You can't stay on stupid forever in a relationship, dude. Whether you're a man or a woman. Papoose got wise. He fucking with a damn boxer. He ain't fucking with nobody like Remy no more. That's lying and gaslighting them and running out all night, leaving his door in there and all that. He said he ain't doing that no more. You see what I'm saying? So you do got to play a fool to get it right. So now, what's going on now is that Offset fucked her over a lot of times. She got tired of it. Let's put it all on the table. She got tired of him fucking her over in the marriage. And to Offset credit, he felt like, damn, my meal ticket gonna always be there. I'm gonna put these babies in her, man. We're gonna be locked. You know, I got two kids, one on the way, coming down the line, so I'm straight. I'm gonna be in there any way it go. That's how this dude mindset was. This man ain't had no plans outside of outside of what he been doing with the Migos, man. He don't be performing like that unless he doing some hits with her or something like that. If they do a hit, and we that probably don't even happen no more. So you got to understand that he was with the Migos. She had her own joint. She wasn't in no group like him. And all the stuff that she was doing, she was building her motherfucking name up in her career. She started dating this nigga from the Migos named Offset, and she felt for him, and she added him in her career, brought him on there and all that. You see what I'm saying? Jay Z, Jay Z and Beyonce both do that. He don't do that with her. Beyonce had Jay Z on hers, and Jay Z had videos with Beyonce on his. That's that's that sound like motherfucking reciprocation, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? You can't. You gotta be. If you're gonna be married, you gotta be reciprocated, man. And I felt like both of them disrespected their marriage to the utmost. And now that you got kids, both of them, they gotta stand on their decisions, man. They gotta stand on what the decisions that they made, man. And financially, she just went on this nigga. She went on his pocket, saying talking about the houses and stuff that she bought. You see what I'm saying? Not he. And she talked about the what else she talked about the cars and stuff that he bought her while they was in a relationship. Because when y'all talking about divorce, because they split, he's saying that he can get everything back that he bought her. Now she messing with an athlete, bro. He got his pocket money. He got money. Most of these cases with regular people, they'll take the man's. If the woman would take the man's money and go spend it on the new dude. You don't have that here. This is not what this is. This is not that. Offset can be with anybody he wants, but what you're not going to get is what you lost, and he's dealing with that now. You have to find somebody else to leech from. Can't be a leech. Gotta be a man, bro. And you gotta go out here and go create your own label or something like that. Like that's what I want to see him do. You don't need Cardi B to be famous, dude. You don't need her. She's always gonna be the mother of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Well, like we can go back with Ike and Taylor. Ike felt like he made Tina Turner at one point. He felt like he made her. She was famous as a mug. They had kids. He wanted to take her name and get away from him and divorce Ike. So this this stuff have happened in music history before, man. This ain't nothing new to music, to the music industry. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you handle it. And the way he talking about unaliving people and I crash out and all that. You know who says shit like that when they say I crash out. I don't care what anybody think I crash out. When people talk like that, you know what that means? That means they're broke. That's what it means. He's broke, bro. And until he gets some money, if he gets some money, he would. You think he'd be saying stuff like that out of his mouth? That's crazy. So you willing to go ahead and say fuck my whole life, my career, my kids, fuck everything I work for, everything that I accomplished. Let me just go ahead and do this and do 50 years. Fuck it. And let's go ahead and toss my life away and do 50 years. Offset mind is debacle right now. When you say shit like that, you are dealing with a defeated dude. He defeated. He cannot compete with Stefon Diggs because he's not an athlete. You know how the women feel about athletes. and he don't have the pocket money like he do. Because if he did, he wouldn't be asking for money from Cardi, from his ex-wife. He'll walk away like a man and start over like a man. You see what I'm saying? And she gotta live on too. Now with her, she's just having fun. You know what I'm saying? Right for the moment. Look how many times she took the dude back, bro. Look at the track record with that. Ain't no woman. Listen, ain't no woman is taking a dude back that many times if she not loving him or she attached to him some way. She's not gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? If she really never loved Offset at all, look, she already got more bread than him. That's facts. Her career bigger than his. If she ain't had no feelings for the dude, man, she would have been shitted on Offset. Think about it. Look how many years it took. She could have shitted on him immediately. All her singles blew up. If she really wanted to be with somebody else, she could have been did that dude in. It wouldn't have took 7 years to do that. Believe that. You got it.
Damn, my nigga, you talk a fucking lot. Shit. I was waiting for you to shut the hell up.
Oh,
Respectful.
salute. You take over because you talk a lot too. Let's roll.
Like, damn, bro. I might as well call you super nigga. Let me go ahead and purchase you a cake from Amazon or some shit. Cause damn, that was a lot of fanboying, my nigga. Do you got her on your screensaver? Shit. Let me
I'm
go
just
ahead.
I'm just stating facts that what you stated
Good.
was how she looked.
You
I'm
already
just stating the career. I'm going off the career.
you just went like 20 minutes straight, bro. Chill. I got you. First of
Facts
all,
is facts though.
let's get this shit out the way because I'm sick and tired of this right here. This little he got more she had more money than him. No, fuck all that shit. Let's get this clear. You said that she ain't want to work with this nigga. You said that she ain't do not a single song with this nigga. I'm gonna show you right here. Look at the
Who
camera.
said that? Who said that? What did I say? Tell
Nah,
me what I said again.
you
Because I
said
didn't say that.
you said
Tell me
she
that.
you said she did not want to work with that nigga. You said Beyonce got songs.
No,
You said Jay-Z got songs with Beyonce, but Cardi B ain't got songs with Offset.
that's
Nigga,
not what I said, sir. Let
you
me
did.
correct you.
No,
Let me
no,
correct you. Let
I'm
me
not
correct you. Don't
no,
put words in my mouth.
give me my
I said that
all
card
right,
like Jay Z and Beyonce. I said Jay Z and Beyonce both can share the videos together. He can't do that with Cardi that Jay Z can do with Beyonce. That's what I said.
hold
Now
on. You
Cardi can do that with him, but he can't do that with her. That's what
that's
I said.
and you fucking wrong, nigga. I got three videos right here where they collab. Three. I can scroll down all three of the bitches. This is one part. One,
Is
two.
okay. Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question before you
I
show
don't
me.
want to hear no
Is
question.
is it her album or his album? Which
I
album is
don't.
it? Whose album
I'm
is
not.
it?
I'm not answering shit. Give me
Okay,
my.
that's what I thought.
Give
That's what
me
I
my
thought.
space.
That's what
Give
I
me
thought.
my space. Give me.
Who album was it? Who
Give me my
album?
space. Do I gotta mute you, my nigga? Do I gotta mute you?
I'm just saying, hear me right though. Hear me right.
Do I gotta mute you? Cause my nigga, I ain't cut you off the whole time you was talking. Now you want to respond when I start saying shit.
Cause
Let
you
me.
gotta respond right. You
All
gotta
right.
respond.
Yeah. See, now I'm gonna have to mute this nigga. Emotional. 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 Let's go ahead and get this shit off real quick. Money has absolutely nothing to do with infidelity. Cardi B has a track record of drugging. I'm gonna keep on saying it because you refuse, for whatever reason, you refuse to say it. Her ass should be behind bars. She should be doing time. She drugged and robbed niggas. What part of that don't you factor in? Oh, because she's Cardi B, I'm going to defend her to the very end. I'm not going to hold her accountable for nothing that she's done. Get the fuck out of here with that. Her whole little track record from the time she got into the industry up until this point has not been clean. She's not Snow White, my nigga. She's not perfect at all. Now, let's address all of this shit. She's the dumbass, just like most women. Most of y'all like a certain type of dude. It don't matter if the nigga got money or not. If he know how to finesse you with his words, you opening up and you are busting them cheeks open. The mouthpiece is what gets them every time. Confidence is what gets them. Smell good, dress good, present yourself well, know how to communicate. The little extra that he might got, that might factor into her wanting to fuck with you. But if you know how to talk to these women, man, like talk to them, not talk at them, but talk to them, you can get anything out of them. He had something that she was interested in. And if you really want to peel the layers back, my nigga, he ain't no different than Future. He ain't no different than a lot of the niggas that's walking up and down the streets every day. He just got a little more. That's it. He's the Chad and Tyrone of the industry. He's just another one of them dudes that do the same shit that the broken dude here in the community. They sell drugs, they smoke weed, they fuck a multitude of different women. They have the options of getting these type of chicks to still want to fuck with them, even though they know damn well this nigga is not going to be committed to them. But because the nigga has access to multiple females, he has the exclusivity and the red carpet rolled out for him for the type of women that he wants to pick from. So all of this shit about, oh, she got more money than him, and without the money, she wouldn't want to be bothered with him. He can't take care of himself. He can't do this. All right, well, why don't you go online right now, type in his name, do a reverse search on his wealth, his income, and matter of fact, I will do it right now just so that we can go ahead and establish a couple of things, because you are clocking and checking this nigga's pockets. I don't.
You turn it into the lawyer.
I don't clock pockets. Just get that clear. You make what you make. I don't. That's not my business. You know what I'm saying? You are. See, this is why I do enjoy these, because you can tell when a person is one-sided in their arguments.
You sure can.
I'm on both sides. Wrong is wrong, right is right. If the nigga is trifling, the nigga is trifling. My thing is, if you such an independent, strong woman, then why the fuck you have all these kids with this nigga? Why the fuck did you get married to this nigga? Why did you go ahead and say I do? Why did you go ahead and have all these collaborations? Why did you get all this shit done to your body? Why did you, like, come on, man, stop it. She's just as responsible for the destruction of that relationship as he is. Yeah, he's foul as shit, but you said it yourself. He already had a track record of being a fucked up nigga, just out here just slanging dick wherever he want. But guess what? Isn't YouTube and isn't social media full of conversations about dudes who sling dick from house to house, to door? Isn't a lot of these conversations about how these females sleep with the same type of dude? Ain't most of the conversations that's on social media about this type of shit? He's not the first. And she's not the first. She's just one of few who do the same shit that the bitch down the street is. She's no different than Keisha or Bonquisha. She's no different than Brittany from around the corner on 2A. No different. She's no
Where's
different.
his album at though?
I don't care. Why the fuck you keep talking about the albums, my nigga? Why do you keep talking about the albums and the money?
Where's his album?
You are a regular ass nigga. And you ain't gonna lie to me, nigga. I know you. You've cheated on your girlfriends before, and
so have you.
And
so have you.
So have I. So
okay, yeah, there you go. There you go. That's how you do two sides. You don't do one side. Do two sides.
All right, let's put it on me. I've cheated on chicks that love me.
Okay, there you go.
And guess what, nigga? I ain't no millionaire. I ain't riding around here in Rolls Royces and fucking Maseratis and shit like that. And I still was stepping out. Why? Because I had the options to do it. Because at that age, it was like it's a free fall. Shit, if you're throwing it, I'm catching it. So it don't really matter if you got money or don't got money. We are in a world where everybody is lustful. Everybody is an opportunist. That's why I said at the beginning of the stream, the way that people perceive love is completely shaded. Nobody is looking at that shit for the way that they should be looking at it. Cardi B and Offset should not have gotten married. They should have never even been in a relationship in the first place. And as far as Stephen Diggs, he ain't no different. Stefon Diggs, whatever, nigga. They are no different. I appreciate the correction, but they're no different. He's just an athlete who plays ball, but he's still a scumbag. He's still, at least the only difference is with him. Now if the nigga proposed to her on some goofy shit like that, then his dumb ass get what he get. He deserved. But even he's a cornball.
He ain't Travis.
Still cornball to me. Matter of fact, let me, because for whatever reason you just harp on this shit so much. I don't know why. Let's see.
I see the Migos told him not to marry that girl. They told him. So you gotta take your licks. If you Offset, you deserve to get hit because they told him not to do it.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see if I can find something. Okay, so seeing as how you like to clock people's pockets, February 19, 2025, Offset is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter who has a net worth of $40 million. $40 million. I would like to think that that's not broke. I don't know about anybody else that's watching, but $40 million seems to be a lot of fucking money. Hell, give me $40 million right now. You smoking crack, you sniffing glue, you shooting up tar from fresh plastered concrete. I don't know what you on, bro. The nigga got money. He got money. He's not codependent on her. And something else that I wanted to address too, because you said
codependency was a factor in that relationship. You damn skippy.
You said, oh, he wants money from her because of this. Nigga, how often do men get money from women when they are fucked up parents or when they do shady shit? Why is it a problem when a man wants something from the woman, but it's not a problem when the woman wants something from the man? And on top of that, I wish I had like bits and clips of conversations we had before. You've even said out of your mouth that it's fucked up how some women will take a nigga for child support and this, that, and the third. You said it yourself. You know.
Yeah, but this not the case with that because he don't make as much as her. That's why it's going the other way.
He don't have to.
It's going the other way. When you're in a merge, they pick on who had the most.
That's bull. Tiana Taylor make more than the nigga that she was fucking with, and she's shitting on him right now. So what are you talking about?
That's child support. You gotta pay for them.
No, that's bullshit. You know it's bullshit. She makes more than him. How is he the one getting the short end of the stick?
He fucked his career up. He fucked his money up from his career.
With your logic, there shouldn't be a problem with Offset wanting something from her.
But you just stated he got 40. Just don't blow your money. Don't blow your money up. You still got to pay shit off.
Yeah.
Sensational.
Because if the money was so important, why she not trying to keep none of his shit? She said he can get all his shit back.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't care about none of that.
Most of the time, a woman they gonna try to take, like I said, they gonna try to take what you got and go spend it on the next person. That's not this situation.
Bro, just say you a
So
Cardi B.
all I can say is the spousal support and all that, man, is lame as shit because both of y'all was raising them kids. Both of you still get to see your kids, and you got, and like you said, you taken care of. Y'all don't share the home no more. So it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You still get to see him do you, she do her.
Just say you're a Cardi B fan, man.
That's how I see it. No, I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating what's out there, what's on the table.
That's what that is.
Yeah, I'm not saying she not perfect either because she's looking for she just looking for a good time. I think she not trying to marry dude. Now dude ain't definitely ain't trying to marry her, but this is just a stunt to get him off his trigger and using that little boy like that did it. It worked. She used this little boy and it worked. Now he really know all that money you didn't count it up and he is another nigga dollar. He willing to crash out and blow all of that. So yeah, you looked it up, but it's crash outs out here. He's a whole crash out. If he crash out, that shit that you pulled up ain't gonna mean a damn thing, and you know it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you deal with people that you shouldn't be dealing with. No amount of money, no amount of fame. I don't care how many subscriptions you get. I don't care how many people simp over you in the comment section. I don't care how banking your body looks. I don't care how many people fantasize over you and make you an idol. Do not get involved with people who are not spiritually connected to your path at all. Please, please don't be Cardi and Offset and this nigga right here. Like for real, for real. You do not want them problems. And I think most of us have already been through this shit enough. So it's like we already know the game. We see the playlist. You keep on trying to equate this shit with money. This ain't got nothing to do with money. No, it's just the fact that the money just allows certain people more access to motherfuckers that they would never have access to. That's it. It's the same game on a larger scale. If I right now had $40 million, I would be able to fuck anybody damn near that I wanted. Not because I'm physically attractive to everybody, but because I have the access to things that a lot of people want. Most people want access to certain lifestyles that supersede the conditions that they live in. That's just the bottom line to it. I don't look at their situation. You know why I don't like talking about this? Because I don't look at their situation and say, oh, this is what I want for my life. This is what I would want my children to grow up and be aspired to. This is the type of music I want them to be raised on. This is how I want my children to talk and walk, and how I want them to treat their men, and how I want them to treat. I don't look at them like the prototype. And you said the most goofiest shit in the world, like 30 minutes ago. You said that these motherfuckers was representing black love. How dare you say some silly shit like that? What were you?
Because it was stated like that. You can't sit up here if two people like in this situation right here with all these personalities, including Diggs. You know what I'm saying? They meant to be they meant to be together, man. If personalities is like that, they meant to be together. Some people like trash on trash. Some people like millionaires on millionaires. You see what I'm saying? Make it make sense. And these Offset and Cardi B, they thought the same thing. They from the street. He from Atlanta. She from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So they came up with that little grimy ass style. Both of them. You see what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flock together. That's what type of shit it was. And now because somebody got mad or somebody did something to dishonor that relationship, you know what I'm saying? You mad now, but at one point, y'all was peas in the pot. Y'all liked each other's backgrounds and how they were raised and how they came up and what they thought and what the hobbies and shit that they had. What if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't have never went all the way in. That shit went 7 years, dude. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it wasn't all about the money because I can remember shit. I can remember when she wasn't where she was at. But I'm just saying that dude Offset was with her whole rise up. Like when he saw her potential and stayed with her, got with her, and her whole rise up. Every album she did, he was on her hard. And I just looked at it was like an opportunist. Even back then, I looked at him like he's just an opportunist type of dude. He looked, what I'm saying. He just with her because of what she got going on. And at the time, I didn't think that much of it because I'm like, damn, the Amigos is fire. You know what I'm saying? They doing their own thing, which they was hot. But you had the other two though, Quavo and Tate. You know what I'm saying? So, like I compared to the G Unit, all of them had albums. So that's why I brought up the thing with the album piece with them. All of them did their own album, and they did the group. But I'm just saying, to me, he ain't really been real hot without the group. Without the group. So that's where I stand with that.
I'm trying to understand what the hell does that have to do with love and relationships? Because, like, I'm not under. You opened the stream up with the difference, and you never even answered the question. So, but you opened the stream up with what does love and what giving and what taking is, some shit like that. What does that look like to me?
No, because we was talking about the sex piece, and this sex thing with these three has been going on, and it's like everything was based off them two, all three of them getting it in. Even when Offset and Cardi hooked up, and then now Stefon Diggs doing his thing with Cardi and all of that. But what I'm saying is, if you remove the private areas, you'll find out most people don't got much to offer. Because at the end of the day, like I stated earlier in the stream, if you was listening, that you're not going to be able to have sex forever, even if you get married to somebody. It's not going to keep going down. Something else going to have to make you want to stay with the person. That's what I said. And and I'm saying that Offset and Cardi evidently they didn't have that. They didn't have that part. They didn't have that because they wouldn't be where they at now. He's all these name calling and shit he doing against her, all this messy shit is because you're not getting what you want no more. Whatever you're not benefiting off that person like you want to. You know what I'm saying? You got to be really into a person outside of that benefit, and them two didn't give each other a chance to do that. And I believe that um Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's what's going on with what you got going on now with the new person. You see what I'm saying? So only time will tell with that. But you got to have something more than that. It's going to run out. And most people that already experienced it, they see that I ain't lying. Like if that once that shit run out, you don't want to be around you don't want to be around their ass no more. Cause you can have you have great sex with somebody, and then they got some bad company. Like you might don't like how they get down. You know what I'm saying? You just came over there and knocked them down and rolled. It'd be like that too. So don't get great sex with good company because you can get it mixed up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have both. And without both, you're not gonna want to really be around that person like that.
So I'm gonna ask you this then: do you think they were meant to be together?
Yeah, for the time period, yes. With the movement that it was, yeah. Because reason why I say yeah is because you can always say some people are seasonal. I think that was a seasonal thing. We do say that a lot. Them two were seasonal. They met the way they supposed to met. They both was in the music industry. He's in the music industry. She was getting in the music industry, shit like that. So yeah, I think they kind of vibed off each other's backgrounds, like I said, from where she from and where he how he grew up and where he from. And yeah, they that's how I think that thing hit off like that.
For the viewers that's watching, I want to give you a different perspective. Hear me out. The only reason this was a seasonal situation, why? First of all, why do seasons exist in the first place?
Because people change and people grow. I
Well, no,
think
no.
Cardi B outgrew his ass.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
hold on. I'm not talking about people in general. I'm just saying, like we have summer, winter, fall, spring. Why does that exist?
To make people adaptable, you got to be adaptable to change. And like I said, what I said, like if you got to have more than just that. When people change, you supposed to get close to them. You know what I'm saying? Not go away from them. We spoke about it before with the jealousy and all of that. Sometimes them relationships can get competitive and jealousy. You can get in there. You see what I'm saying? How we know that he wasn't hating on her from her fame and all that. You see what I'm saying? We don't know that. There could have been some shit like that with him. Yeah.
Seasons exist because with every season you experience something completely different. When
Gotta
it's
be
hot,
adaptable.
when it's hot, it's hot. When it's cold. When the trees go into the winter time, they die, they go dormant. Then we go through this transition. They weren't supposed to be involved with each other at all. They were never meant to. Most of your relationships were never supposed to happen. Let me tell you something, some real deep shit. The person you were when you were 8, 9 years old, the world changed you. As soon as you got introduced to cars and sex and violence and TV and social media, you got completely flipped upside down. You lose your identity around 11 to fucking 18. You go through so many different changes. Nigga, you are not the same person that you were when you were 8 years old at all. You're not going to convince me that you are.
I'm supposed to be.
My whole point is shit changes you for the better and for the worse. The reason why their relationship didn't work is because they were already destined for other things. They changed the trajectory of their futures and their purpose by intermingling. When you intermingle with people that you aren't supposed to be intermingling with, you delay your progress. You start fucking with Denise from around the corner, but you were supposed to meet Chelsea from in 2 weeks, but you didn't know that Chelsea was going to be waiting for you at an appointed time. You were supposed to have a job interview at such and such that following week, but instead you got your eye caught somebody else's attention. You start fucking with them, so you don't get to meet Chelsea because you start fucking with this person. And then you find out that this person is toxic as fuck. You go through 9 months. The first few months is fun. The rest of that shit is horrible. Meanwhile, if you would have skipped over her and went to Chelsea, you would have had a longer lasting relationship. And the shit that was supposed to follow with it would have came easier. It wouldn't have been so difficult because of who she was and what she meant for your life. And most of us, we delay our own shit by getting and putting ourselves in positions to fail. Chad wasn't for you. Dominique wasn't for you. Esteban wasn't for you. Future wasn't for you. The guy or the girl that was supposed to be there for you, you never got to them because you changed the course of your, like, maybe I'm looking too deep into the shit. I really be thinking about stuff like that.
People be acting on the flesh. That's all. You acting on the flesh.
Exactly.
That flesh will get you late every time. Now, it still don't change the fact that, like you spoke about the seasons, you got to be adaptable. How the fuck you gonna know what's good for you if you don't know what's bad? Going back to my man with the you don't know the difference between a good and a bad woman. You gotta name shit. You gotta go down the line on that. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta know yourself. You gotta know what aligns with you. Because they progress and your progress might don't line up. It might don't go the same. What Cardi B and Offset had in common, bruh, whether it made it or didn't, is that they was both destined for the music business. That's why it went down. Both of them wanted to do the music. You know what I'm saying? He had his shit, and she wanted to do her shit. So that's why they was around each other. That's why they probably hooked up. They both liked doing music, just like Ike and Tina did they shit, and they had all them problems too. You know what I'm saying? It was the music that they had in common, bro. They like making music. So that's why it happened. Now, did it last? No, it didn't last, but that's why it happened.
Hey man, it is what it is as far as I'm concerned. I do want to like try to wrap this up as neat as possible because I don't want to have this conversation once we get off of here. Dead ass. Don't do this and critique this and this, that. No. Get it all out here while you can, because I will not engage in no more of this. That's why I'm trying to be as detailed and specific about where I stand with it, how I view it as possible now, so that you're not confused about nothing that I said here.
No, I hear everything you're saying. You just gotta be more direct sometimes, but everything that you're saying, you know what I'm saying, we covered a lot of layers at this point. So that's the main thing is uncovering those three personalities which we I think we both can agree that they all kind of got something similar in their past, in their background to to pretty much sleep around because all of this pretty much comes down to whole life. You know, all of them like to do what they do, and they all of them have been with other people, all three. So that's it, and that's all.
You said I wasn't direct. What wasn't I direct about?
I mean, dealing with these three here. Some stuff you kind of brushed around with when it came to Cardi. But I mean, you touched on the points that you had to touch on.
No,
Mhm.
I want to make sure that I get everything. Let me know what I what do you feel like I dismissed or I didn't mention?
Well, you didn't for one you didn't really touch on Stefon Diggs enough. I mean, even though you probably don't know that much about him, being as though he's in the league, he plays football and stuff like that. But this is that's his professional thing he do, but this is like his personal life. He's dating Cardi, so you know what I'm saying. I'm touching on all that. Like this is something that all three of them do on the regular. Like he wants to be involved with this. Athletes have all always mixed NBA or I mean basketball, football people always mix their shit with rappers and shit. This has been a known thing. Rappers, they athletes, so all of us in the blender. That's what's going on.
Well, if you want me to be a little more specific, I already said the nigga is dumb. First of all, you- I think he dumb as hell for getting involved in that shit. I don't look at that
And then you, ne-
situation.
and then you never touched on the kid. Like, what you think about him getting his
Hold
hair
on.
done like his
Hold,
boyfriend?
hold on. I think it's corny as hell. I don't think no single dude should be getting involved with people with this type of shit going on.
Okay.
All they do is fight and argue. Why the fuck would you sign up for that shit? I would not be signing up for that. If you want to be single and play the field, go ahead and do it. I think that's absolutely retarded. Retarded to do. That thing is reckless and irresponsible to be sleeping with random people. Do you realize that I like just recently on I believe it's in like it's either North Carolina or uh Texas or some shit. The fucking HIV numbers went up to 80 to 90,000. 80 to 90,000 of new reported HIV cases. And y'all still out here wanting to fuck around with random ass people. Like this shit is sweet. As far as who he is as a person, I don't know nothing about him. Yeah, he plays sports, cool. Like I said, I just think it's dumb. I wouldn't get involved with her. I wouldn't take her serious. I think that's a disaster waiting to happen. I think Cardi B is trifling as fuck for getting that child's hair braided. Like you know, a lot of people get unalived for shit like that. This one guy, what's his name is um I'm about to do a reaction to him. The Bama's from Washington State. He just unalived his kids, three girls. He suffocated them. He put plastic bags over their heads and suffocated them and left them in the woods. They're still looking for them. And this is off of him going back and forth over custody with his former spouse. But Cardi B is sitting up here braiding her son's hair to look like. Stop playing with your people's children. Stop bringing your children into shit that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Whatever y'all got going on, y'all need to figure that out. Y'all grown ass men and women. Go to counseling, go to therapy. I don't know. Pop a couple Xanax. I don't know. Leave the children out of your shit.
That's what I said. Yep. That's messed up.
At the end of the day, all of them are grown kids acting like they're still in high school on social media. We're not even supposed to be in y'all business in the first place. I ain't supposed to know about none of this shit. You ain't, and nobody here. That shit should not be up here for everybody to talk about. But ironically, just like their song together, people do shit for clout. Are you satisfied with my my thoughts on Stefon Diggs? Do you need more? Do you need a catalog? Do I need to do a autobiography on his life, where he was born and raised? Do I need to talk about his siblings and what kind of food he ate and all that extra shit?
Well, you could mention his siblings. His siblings play for the Cowboys. Trayvon Diggs. You could talk about that.
Man, fuck Cowboys, man. I'm sorry. If y'all, I'm 49ers over here. Sorry.
And my Cowboys going to unalive the 49ers this year.
Like I did the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You'll get the call. Unalive.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Any final words before we close out, man? Anything you want to get off your chest before we get up out of here? Because
from the totality what you just broke down and stuff, we should know about these specific details about their business, their relationship, and I don't feel. I've never been a fan of that. Women using kids as pawns to get back at their ex. But they do it, and only thing I can say is I pray that they can get a little more civil, because they got to be around to raise the kids. That's why I mentioned the shit that Offset said about unaliving people, and he's a straight crash out. Like, yeah, I get you upset, but you know what I'm saying, it's a way to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Had a conversation like you said. Be a fucking adult about it. Don't burn out and crash out, and get it as civil as you can get it, because them still your kids, Offset. Them still your kids that's around that shit. And you got to be accountable for the actions that you took in your marriage to cause this shit, and vice versa. Cardi B got to be accountable as well. She got to be accountable for what she brings around them, and the stuff that she's done. So it works both ways, but I really feel like they should have a conversation before something escalate and stop, and with the trolls and all that, because I think that's what kind of stirred everything up. And Stefon Diggs is real immature. He really is. He's not a long-term partner, because he's clowning. He's interrogating the shit. He with the motions. You supposed to stay. If you're a real person, you supposed to stay out of their business, man. You got your own lane, stay in your own lane. Let them handle what they gotta handle. But I don't see that with him. I just hope everything gets civil, bro. That's all I can say. Leave the kids out of
Now that's the ultimate message here, man. Like I said, 3 adults and nobody seems to be handling this rationally whatsoever. For y'all to have all this money, that's why I be like, man, money don't really do too much or change people for the better. Sometimes that shit make you worse. Whole superstars and y'all still childish as hell. You up here laying next to Cardi B. You mean to tell me that all these years on this planet you can't drop no wisdom to her? Men are supposed to be leaders and shit like that, right? So why you ain't leading her in the right direction? Why are you letting her spaz the way she is? Why aren't you, if you're gonna be playing stepdad and shit like that, y'all should be making a safe space for conversations to happen where we don't see somebody on the news for some stuff that should never have happened in the first place. But I digress. Overall, I believe I got everything I needed to get out. I didn't leave nothing to chance. I even addressed anything that needed to be addressed extra. So we should be good.
improvement. You always strive for improvement.
Yeah. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to everybody who pulled up tonight, man. Appreciate the love and the support. Tomorrow, I'm spinning back. We'll see. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I got an open mic for 8 o'clock. We'll see. But happy Friday to you. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already tapped in. Follow me on all social media platforms. Hit the thumbs up. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going back into the laboratory. Oh yeah, Crypt Decree Paranormal just dropped on YouTube. Go check that out. Yeah, we out.
No more BBLs. They stink.
That's a fact.
Out. Out chaser.